Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Bourbon and Blockchain Happy Hour. Today, we're going to be doing a community update and updating some of our new members to our community about what we're doing and where we plan to go. First of all, I'd like to start by saying hello to Mr. Maverick. Mr. Maverick, how are you, sir?
Hey Draco, I'm great, man. I'm so excited to be back. It feels like an eternity since we've done this, and it's way overdue.
No, I agree. I really enjoy talking to projects and I really enjoy talking to you and our community members. So it felt terrible when we weren't doing that. Now that we're kind of bringing it back, it feels really special that we're bringing this back together.
It does. It's only fitting, right? And just so the community and everyone knows, if this was a program you tuned into prior to, the purpose for us pressing pause was all around Bourbon and Blockchain Services, which we're going to be talking about tonight.
Bourbon and Blockchain Services. Well, if you're already in the community, you probably already know about it. But if not, I'll give you a quick little synopsis about what Bourbon and Blockchain Services is and aims to do. Basically, Bourbon and Blockchain Services is a new protocol. The protocol is on the Polygon blockchain. We are going to be launching a 10,000 NFT club membership project. And what that club aims to do is purchase validator nodes, other types of nodes, master nodes, and involve themselves in staking pools and other consensus mechanisms in order to support fully blockchain technology. So that is our business model, is to support blockchain technology. And in doing so, as a project, we can actually take the yields that are earned from those projects and from those validation methods and reward our members at a rate of 50% of those rewards per month, reinvest all of those rewards at 45% per month, and then take 5% to maintain the protocol. And we'll also have a sliding scale so that when the market is doing really well, we can actually reward members with additional rewards. And when the market is not doing as well, we can slide it back down to that baseline of 50% to the community and 45% back into reinvesting.
Yeah, it's exciting. The whole concept behind it really gets me excited, specifically because it's real yield. There's no Ponzi to this, right? There's no scheme behind it. We're not trying to rob from Peter to pay Paul. I mean, this is a true business model. And honestly, this is where the some of the biggest players in the game are, is in the validation of blockchain, right? If you believe in it and you think it's something that's going to be around for many, many years, and we're all in this because we do believe in the future. At least I would hope that's why you're here. If anything, I think that this has the staying power by far more so than 99% of the other projects out there. So for that reason, I'm just super excited about it. I'm super excited to introduce it to the community, introduce more people to it in general, and getting this thing kicked off. So today, I know Draco, that was a great introduction, just briefly high level. I would like to say to the community, or if anybody's watching this for the first time, we have a lot of courses already available. I suggest you jump into the Discord, check out the Get book, which was put together and released here recently, the executive summary, and we have a lot of other goodies we're going to be releasing here very soon. So I think this is kind of our formal welcome back to the scene, right, Draco? And
Absolutely.
tonight's really centered around giving more of an update as to where we're at and what the future looks like and what we're working on to keep people engaged and understanding what we really have going on.
Absolutely. That's a great introduction to that. And, one thing that I wanted to add is a lot of people that we've been talking to about our project are asking, is this an NFT project or is this a DeFi project or what kind of project is this? And what we're telling people is that we're creating a service, right? This is a service project, right? A service protocol. We are providing a service to all of the different blockchain technologies. And the NFT just represents a tokenized membership to the club. So that's what the NFT does. Is it is your membership pass, if you will. That's what the NFT represents. And what we're doing is actually providing a service. So again, we like to harp on that. This is a real business model. This is not just a DeFi project that somebody came up with their buddies in a college dorm and just launched a project, right? We're taking this very
That's right.
seriously. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to talk more
absolutely.
about it.
I
So
am too. We could,
specifically,
yeah, go ahead.
no, specifically, I think we should start off with Let's talk about our progress. Where are we at right now? I'd like to talk about some of the pieces that we have in place, right? So, for example, we have a smart contract developer that's experienced, that's done several smart contracts, and we're excited to have them on board. We're not at a point right now where we're going to announce all of those different pieces because we don't want them to get bombarded with questions. We want those questions to come to us so that they're free to do and work on the project. So we do have a smart contract developer, and they're working hard behind the scenes to get this thing put together.
Yeah, it's important to note that they're very trusted in the industry, highly experienced, and they're essential to the success of this. Right, a smart contract is where it all starts, and security is number one in our book. So, I think as time progresses, Draco will be able to release absolutely who the smart contract developer is,
Yep.
but they're in the process of setting up a formal business as well. So we don't want to spoil that news quite yet, but that's something that we will be talking about here in the near future.
Absolutely. So the smart contract developer, check. That is completed. We've been working with them for several weeks, and that whole entire process is ongoing. We also have a website developer. Our website developer actually helped us create our initial website, which we'll have in the links down in the description for bnbsclub.com. Right now, that is a placeholder website that is just kind of there to let you know that that is going to be our new space. And that's where we're going to be developing and putting all of our information. And we also wanted to make our website a little bit easier to access, a little bit less wording, so that it wasn't easy to make a mistake when trying to access our products and services in our website. So right now, you could go there and take a look at it if you wish. And as we said, that website is continually developing in the background. So as we go forward with our project, it will continue to update, and new and fresh looks will be coming your way. So keep an eye out for that.
That's right. Yeah, I'd encourage everybody to go check it out, especially if this is your first time interacting or getting to know Bourbon and Blockchain and our mission. Go check it out because essentially it has all the connections to be able to follow us and the journey and get involved. Discord, Twitter, direct links to Gitbook, and all the above. So a lot of good information is going to be handed out there too as time goes on. It's going to be the source for everything we do, and that's going to be our source for transparency within the project protocol and to the community.
Yep. And eventually, once we get to that point where we're actually launching NFTs and people want to interact with the protocol, we will have a decentralized application that you can connect to. And when you do that, the application will be able to read your NFTs, see the NFTs in your wallet, and you'll be able to interact with the protocol. And also, while you're doing that, you'll be able to see all of the yields that we're earning and all of the numbers, all of the expenses, so that you can do your own audits on the project as the project's continuing, because everything will be out there for all of the club members to see. And we think that's very important, that transparency. So, yeah, that's going to be an important
Yep.
part of the
Honesty
project,
and
and it's
transparency is
developing
what we
really
all
well.
crave.
Absolutely. Uh,
It is. I
and then
agree.
next, I'm excited to talk about is some of our partnerships that we're developing. So, I don't know about you, Maverick, but some of these partnerships are they're doing really well. I think we came out the gate swinging. So the first one that I would like to talk about is
We did.
Grid Plus hardware wallets.
Yeah, somebody we've had a relationship with for a while. I think one of the foundations that Bourbon and Blockchain was known for specifically was security. Draco, you're quite the security expert. You were known for it prior to Bourbon and Blockchain even existing. So it was only fitting that we seek out a partnership with somebody that is arguably the best in the industry when it comes to security.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have a Grid Plus hardware wallets. If you don't know them, you can go ahead and give them a Google, and we can put the link in the description as well. They're a US based hardware wallet company for cryptocurrency, and we are working with them in establishing our hardware wallets for our project and the protocol and all the blockchains that we're going to be interacting with. And they're going to be giving us firsthand industry technical support if we need things like that. They've even offered to help us connect to chains that they may not support at that time, so that we can open up on chains that they may not even know about. They're willing to work with us on that, which is huge, right? So that's a really big
It is.
project, or company that we are partnering with, and I think that that's going to have huge dividends in the future for our project.
It will. You're right, and most importantly, it's going to keep all of the assets under management secured.
Absolutely. Our one of our next partnerships that I want to discuss is smart nodes. So just so people understand, we are going to be opening validators and all of these other type of mechanisms that are going to support blockchain technology, but not all of these mechanisms are we going to be able to jump right into on day one. Some validator nodes have like a capped amount. For example, they can only have 100 validators and things like that. So we can't just jump right into that ecosystem right away. So we'll be delegating to certain ecosystems so that we're still earning rewards and participating in those networks. And Smart Nodes has a lot of nodes that they are working with that we would be able to delegate to. And we think that that's important because as we're growing as a protocol, we can continue to amount more and more tokens for those specific protocols so that we could develop like for example a validator in the future. So that's what we're going to be doing with those groups, and they're really smart. They've been in this business for a while, they've been running nodes for a while, and it's just great to be working with somebody that has a common goal such as ours.
Yeah, it was great talking to them for the first time, and it amazed me the knowledge that they had and their willingness to work with us. And once we described the project and what our mission was and what we were seeking to accomplish, I mean, honestly, just how willing they were to support that and try and find a happy medium to where we can build a relationship long term. So I'm super excited about you know dealing with these guys, and they're a huge asset for us. Even as we move forward and explore new opportunities, they're one of those groups that's going to help expose us to opportunities that we didn't even have in mind originally.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're really smart. They've been in the space for a while. They know what they're doing, and we could learn things from them as well, and they can maybe learn some stuff from us. So it's a great relationship, and we're just
Mhm.
happy to be able to work with somebody with that amount of knowledge and experience in the space.
A- Absolutely.
The next one that I'd like to bring up is Zeptile Software Incorporated. They're working with us on creating our own software. We're going to be creating software and working with our decentralized application to go ahead and connect to different types of assets. For example, master nodes, validator nodes, and all of these other things that we've been discussing. They're going to be helping us find ways to access these things and kind of work on chain with these different assets. So this is a really good company that we've been working with, and they're going to be helping us out with a lot of technical issues. So we're really happy to be working with them. And again, they have a huge breadth of knowledge of technical services and computing and software coding. It's crazy just listening to these guys talk, the amount of knowledge and experience that they have in this area.
I agree to work with, but just so the community knows, we're operating this very much as a business, right? We're treating it as such. One of the complications when it comes to master noding and running validators across multiple chains is managing all those assets and maintaining an understanding of where they sit, their health, if you have any issues with any of the validators at any point in time. So just to highlight, what they're helping us with is to build a custom piece of software for us to give us all visibility, access, real time at all points in time to maintain a good overall picture of the assets under management and that everything's operating the way it should. It's really essential. It's an essential piece to run something of this scale that we're hoping to achieve, right, Draco?
Absolutely. I think you said it very, very well. They're going to make it easier to run this entire operation,
That's
and
right.
that's what we were looking for. And it's crazy that we found somebody that was capable of doing that. And I'm really excited to continue forward with that part of the project.
Him too.
Now, one of the more crazy things that you've been working with personally, I'll let you go ahead and talk about it a little bit more. But this is probably
Sure.
one of the more exciting things that we can discuss.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to get too deep into it because there's a lot of things we haven't worked out yet. But hey, we're Bourbon and Blockchain for a reason, right? I think we understand the blockchain and what we're trying to accomplish here. But how do we tie the bourbon element into it? We have many aficionados, people that are passionate about it within the group, including ourselves. So it's only fitting that we seek out partnerships within the distillery world. As of recently, we've been working and speaking to a few different, and we've identified one that we're very, very interested in working with from here on out. In fact, I personally met with him just last night, toured the distillery. We talked about future partnership opportunities, how we can leverage their brand to bring them some more promotion, but also so that they can bring us education and perhaps some bourbon here in the future for members. So I don't want to dive too deep into it, Draco, because we haven't officially acted on it yet. But I think we have landed on the Bourbon and Blockchain distillery of choice, and looking really, really really excited about introducing this to the community and actually getting Tim, the master distiller and co-founder of Shire Distillery, involved in the Discord. And yeah, we're going to be bringing some really cool opportunities and bringing the bourbon element a little bit deeper into the Bourbon and Blockchain brand.
Man, I'm excited. I can't even
Oh,
explain it. Like this is good. This is exactly what we wanted, and I'm excited to go down this path. So we won't put the cart in front of the horse, but let's just say we will continue down that path aggressively.
yes, we absolutely will. And it's looking good. All conversations, all discussions, all decisions being made at this point, everything's pointing towards it's a very high possibility. And hey, I would like to get these people on the map. They have a great presence here in Texas, and they're the third largest distillery here in the state of Texas. And it's just super exciting that they're so willing and desirable. They actually approached us about coming to visit. So very cool opportunity. I really look forward to sharing some of the photos and some of the concepts that we have coming up to further explore that brand and provide some more utility, real life utility, to the future NFT holders in this project.
Absolutely. And you brought up some really good points there and about utility and all of that. And we'll continue with that theme a little bit here. But first, I want to let everybody know that what to expect in the next couple days and weeks. We're going to be starting an aggressive marketing campaign, advertising. We're going to be talking to a lot of groups about our project. If you guys who are listening to this, guys and girls, if you're listening to this and you're part of other groups, that want projects that are similar to this, I encourage you to read the Git book, understand a little bit about the project, and if you want to introduce us to other communities or other developers, anything like that, just let us know. We're in the Discord and very approachable. And we're going to be talking to a lot of other groups. Some of these other groups are, we're putting pen to paper right now to talk to them and get them involved in this project. So there's going to be a lot of that going on. So look forward to hearing a lot more from us and having a lot more happy hours with the Bourbon and Blockchain crew. There's gonna be a lot of them coming. So
There is.
stay
You're right.
tuned to learn more about the project and about the other projects that are going to be involved. But one of the last things that I want to hit when we were talking about the utility and all of the things that our projects is going to do is we landed an NFT artist that is just amazing. I can't even talk about him too much because I just get too excited. So we landed an NFT artist that has a lot of experience, and we gave him a lot of high lofty goals, and he just smashes them. He's just so good at his craft. So we wanted
It's
to show you
incredible.
guys a few things. Yeah, it literally
Hey,
incredible. I can't even explain it. We
I would
wanted to
like
show you guys a few things.
I'd like to highlight where you're pulling some of this up to, that the concept behind this project and this business model that we're setting up as a club. It really is utility first, right? We're here to provide support to the blockchain through validation, master noding, and all the above. But at the end of the day, this is a project that Draco, myself, Grant, Jen, we all see as being 10, 20, 30-year horizon, right? We're here for the long
Absolutely.
haul. Like, this is a real business model. It's not something that can just fail overnight. Of course, there's things that can happen. There's risk in everything you do. But this is being a real business model. We envision it being long lasting. And so this NFT art, I think, is representative of how serious we're taking it. And how even in 10 years down the line, when you pass this NFT on to another family member, because the validators have continued to grow over 10 years, and now there's something really special, something that it can provide more of a lifelong manner of obtaining wealth. And uh, the art, even at that point in time, Draco, is so good that it's exciting, it's cool, even 10 years in the future. So yeah, without further ado, you take over and kind of show some of what's been going on in the background.
No, like I said, I'm just excited just to look at this stuff, and we could talk about it together. But this was one of the ideas for part of our branding. We've talked about a lot of different bourbon companies utilize wax in their bourbon bottles and their displays. So we said, hey, why don't we try to make something like this? Our artist is a 3D, ultra realistic or hyper realistic 3D artist, and everything that they make is from scratch. They build everything themselves and model it the way they want to model it, and they can make any changes we ask for. So when we said, hey, let's do like a little wax indentation, like for our logo, this is what they came up with, and I just thought it was awesome the way that they came up with this so quickly. So yeah, so this was one of the logos that they had, and we also have a sneak peek that we're going to be putting up on the website. But if you're watching this, you'll see it kind of before that. So this is one of our photographs that we're going to be putting up on the website with our coming soon with NFTs. So we're going to have several different bottles. We're not going to get into like exactly the numbers because all that stuff, it could be subject to change, right? But we're going to have a different bottle. There's going to be several different bottles and different bottle types. There's different things that can be interacting with the bottles. And we're also going to have somewhat of a scene. So this was one of the first concepts that was created, and I just think it's beautiful.
It is. You're right. Yeah, and every day they're providing us more concepts and expanding upon. Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's incredible. So, with every edition or rendition that they provide us, it's becoming more and more difficult for us to narrow down what we like the most.
Yeah, I know, and it's just beautiful. So this was just starting going down the concept that we initially created with a bottle of bourbon and a glass next to the bourbon that's been poured out. This was kind of the initial idea that we started to have, and this is what we're building upon. And the things that we can do are just immense, and the things that the artist can do is immense. So he started working on backgrounds, for example, and we're going to show you one of the. It's just one part of the background that he's creating. One of the, I guess you could call it the scene that these bottles would be at a distillery, for example, right? Because that would make sense. So we started building a distillery scene, and these, for example, are some barrels that would be in the background of the distillery scene with the bottle. And these are full 3D rendered barrels that are, that he created. And I just think it's crazy. Like I don't know, how somebody could just come up with this and slap it together so quickly. And then what's even more impressive is that he's provided some videos on how he's put some of this together, and we're going to catalog this stuff for our community. So he's actually put these things together and shown how he goes through the process of building each and every piece of the project. And again, in the future, we'll have all this stuff available to kind of catalog how we're doing everything and where we came from. But if you're, I mean, obviously this is in like sped up because it takes a long time to do this. But this is just one example of, how he puts these things together, how quickly he puts them together, and how he renders it and then slaps it into like a background. I just think it's really, really impressive the capabilities that this artist has.
I agree. It really is amazing. Honestly, when it comes to us, we're not the artistic type necessarily, so we're leaning
No.
heavily on their ability. So for us, this seems amazing, right? Like that somebody can whip this up so quickly and it be so hyper realistic. So I'm super excited about what the end products are going to look like, and it's so exciting to think that there's so many of these 3D pieces of art being built that all 10,000 of these NFTs are going to be unique,
Yep, they're all going to
every
be
single
different.
one. So it's going to be really interesting and exciting to see. They're all going to include rarities and everything else that you're used to in the NFT art community, right? But really, that's the secondary piece, right? This is an investment or a club-based protocol to support blockchain, and that's what these are going to represent. But the fact that we're taking these types of measures in order to at least provide a good quality product. It's exciting. I'm glad that the founders all decided to move this route, and I think we're super happy with the outcome so far.
I think we'll give them a quick sneak peek of one of the other things that might be involved in this project. So this right here, if you're looking, is obviously an American eagle. So this eagle was obviously came from a concept, and then it was completely made into its own thing. So you can see here that he's actually rendering the eagle into a 3D product, and then he starts to shape it right there in front of you. It's just amazing to me. So he goes through and he shapes it, and then he gives you all the different depths, and all the different things that come along with it. And then what he comes up with out of this, with all the shading and the colors, is just, in my opinion, it's just amazing. So he puts this together, and then one of the options that we could have is to utilize something like this to actually go on the bottles. So that's something that we're entertaining right now, and we figured we'd give you guys a little sneak peek. So, it hopefully it does end up in the final work. But I think that just showcasing the abilities of this artist is also something to take a look at as well.
Yeah, really cool stuff, Draco. I'm glad you had this all queued up to show the community. It's going to be exciting, especially as we get closer to mint. We're going to be able to share a whole lot more.
Absolutely. So this was just an example we wanted to show you guys on the bottle here, that we'd be able to something that we could see. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, this is just one part of it, and I think that we've gone up to 27 minutes here. I think we've been pretty thorough on all the different things that are going on. So yeah, we really appreciate all your guys' time and listening to this video. Again, if you guys have more questions, come into the Discord and ask us. We'll put a link to our website in the description, and you can take a look at the Git book and learn more about the project. And we will attempt to do more of these updates as we go forward and keep the community updated on what we're doing and where we're going with the project.
That's right, Draco. Super excited about it. Get in the Discord, interact with us, and really looking forward to. We'll be doing another one of these in just a couple days.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining Bourbon-n-Blockchain Services and watching our video. Check out our Twitter. Make sure that you like and subscribe to Twitter, and join our Discord and join the communication in our conversations that we're having in there. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.
See you, Draco.